Love is not just about caring for someone or having someone to hold. Instead, it requires the will to persevere, sacrifice, and to remember when you can no longer. In this list are my top 3 sci-fi romance films that I deem worthy of watching and make you go, how can love go beyond the impossible? The first film on this list is called Weathering with You, or Tenki no Ko. It is a Japanese animated film by Makoto Shinkai, published in Japanese theaters July 19, 2019. But I watched it early 2022, so I guess I was pretty late. The plot revolves around a runaway, Hodaka Morishima, and a literal sunshine girl, Hina Amano, who can manipulate the weather by the means of praying. Hodaka goes to a Tokyo which is constantly plagued by downfall, and meets Hina along the way in a McDonald's, who gives him a burger. Since they have no way of earning cash, they have decided to use Hina's powers to raise the sun and raise money in the process. But Hodaka later finds out from Hina that her powers have a cost, being a human sacrifice in exchange for the scorching summer. I personally love Japanese animated films. This because of their unique art style, and every line that comprises every second of the film entrances me, especially for a comics wave film that produced Weathering with You. Their expression of mood and emotion through colors is immaculate. For the plot, however, as a poet myself, I love the use of its title incorporated in the film, in the idea of it. Conflicts are shown throughout its entirety, but is resolved by the unwavering love and affection. I won't spoil the ending for you, but I promise you that it gives its title justice. Love is not something wavered by mere storms and turbulences. Instead, it will persevere, sacrifice, weathering for the person you hold dear. I rate this film a 7 out of 10 because although it is good, me personally, I think that the ending of it was very cliche for a romantic film, but I do and do please watch this if you haven't. This next film by Christopher Nolan is another movie that backs up my claim. Interstellar. Love transcends time, distance, and space. Premiered in LA, United States on October 26, 2014, 2 days after my birthday. The story is set on a dying Earth where resources are scarce, and the main characters, led by Joseph Cooper, that is portrayed by Matthew McConaughey, have to go to an interstellar travel through a wormhole that was found in the midst of our solar system to find a planet suitable for life, saving mankind from extinction. I'm a fan of sci-fi films that are heavy on good CGI. That is why Interstellar is one of the best sci-fi films that I have watched, especially when the scene with Gargantua came. That size comparison was amazing. Also, the acting was so bland, as it was led by Matthew McConaughey's great acting skills and Anne Hathaway's incredible show of emotions. Interstellar is one of those films that is so well written for its own good that it became complicated. Every watcher can agree that when Cooper entered the Tesseract, they were perplexed, but it clearly delivered the message that it wanted to. The film insinuated that love is the only thing that we can perceive that goes beyond time and space. I value it at about 8.5 out of 10. It would be a 9, but I was a bit confused by the resolution. It came out of left field for me. So I was not able to enjoy it at the moment. But now looking at the bigger picture, I was reminded that CGI, great acting skills, and a well-written plot can make for such a good film. I personally think that it was the best film that I have ever watched. One of those films. So if you haven't seen Interstellar, I highly recommend watching it. If you love sci-fi films and haven't watched it, go check out Interstellar. Sino to? Sino to? What is your name? Is this some kind of prank? I don't know him. No, I do not. Who are you? Who is she? Who is this girl? Miss, have we met before?
I think so too.
Can I ask, is your name? Ever had that feeling of encountering someone you think you know, but can't remember their name or don't know their name? Someone so familiar yet so stranger to you. The last film on this list is one that will be unforgettable in my whole life. Its name will resonate like its impact to me and its other viewers. Another film by Makoto Shinkai, published on theaters throughout 2017. The last film is called Your Name or Kimi no Nawa. Know the one you love, literally. The main characters, Miyamizu Mitsuha, a girl from a town called Itomori, and Tachibana Taki, a boy from Tokyo, swaps places a few times in their weekly lives. They started off confusing it as a dream about someone's life, but eventually comes to a mutual understanding and tries to live as one of the person, both making rules and reports of their switch. Like the first film on this list, Your Name is also made by Comics. It lives up to its reputation by the use of colors and precise hand-drawn animation that makes this film significantly more phenomenal. For the plot, I was a bit confused at first by its timeline, but it made more sense to me by the end. Like Interstellar, it makes use of time to strengthen the claim that love is something that transcends beyond the properties of this world, and that love will always be familiar to you, even if one day you forget the things you have gone through together, the memories. Even if one day I forget your name. If you haven't guessed it, I give this film a 9 out of 10 simply because it is the best Japanese film that I have ever watched. The intricacy of its plot and the partner of it with its animation is chef's kiss. I highly recommend watching it if you haven't, and if you're not a fan of Japanese films, still watch it. And that concludes this list. Thank you very much for watching and see you on the next one. Ciao.